Hi guys, so this video is for empaths, Blu-rays, rainbow children, indigos, whoever is sensitive people. It's about how to take care of yourself and become more intentional with that sensitivity and use it as a gift. Hi guys, I'm here to talk about sensitivity. Some of you might know I started a group for Blu-ray beings, which is just a ray people came in on, like the indigos and the rainbows and the crystal children and so forth. But there are a lot of people who don't fit into any of those categories, or it doesn't interest them, which is fine. You know, you don't have to. It's not compulsory, and it's okay just to be yourself. But a lot of people are very sensitive. So I'm going to talk about sensitivity here, which will apply to all the different kinds of beings out there that kind of feel overwhelmed and a little bit overloaded, especially at the moment. There are a lot of sort of frequency increases, and a lot of people's stuff is being triggered and brought to the surface. So it's a time to make your sensitivity and your intuition your friend. The first step is really just trusting your intuition. If something feels wrong, feels off, something's not right, maybe somebody's telling you some fibs and you feel they're not right, trust that. That doesn't mean you have to argue it out. Often that's not worth doing, but just listen to what your being is telling you. Also, when approaching people or people approach you, trust your first feelings around them. See how your energy feels, see how your body feels. If you don't feel really comfortable, just back up a little bit, and don't let them get into your space. Some people are quite intrusive and they don't have very good personal boundaries, so if you do, it could be quite uncomfortable and people totally walk all over them and invade your space. So listen to that. Step 3 is all about honoring your own time for yourself and self-nurturing and self-caring and self-healing and self-loving. So self-care, it's absolutely vital. If you're sensitive, you need time to yourself to process everything and to just check in with yourself if what you've been feeling is actually your feeling or somebody else's. Because if you're an empath, you'll pick up other people's feelings, and sometimes you'll come home and you're not sure where it came from. It might not even feel like you're feeling, so needing time alone to sort that stuff out is absolutely crucial in self-care. So number 4 is really about using it as a gift. It gives you so much information, the sensitivity. I remember as a youngster, I was still at school, at high school, and I remember sitting on the bus and I was sitting next to a young boy who'd been through quite a lot of trauma. He'd been in foster care and all sorts of things, and I remember feeling all this hurt and pain from him, and I remember sitting there going, I don't want to feel all this, I don't want to know all this, why can't this stop, why do I need to know this stuff? I really didn't like it, and for a long time I just tried to shut it down. I mean, you can't totally shut it down, it's still there, but it was just so uncomfortable when I was a teenager, and a child. So but it is really important to use it for something useful in life. It gives you more control over it. I mean, I use it in my work. I know people who use it in all sorts of professions and jobs and things. So, whenever you're dealing with people, it's useful if you can read people a bit and read where they're at and have that information. So try and use it purposefully and try and practice that. And maybe even with a friend who's also very sensitive, just see what you pick up from each other and give each other feedback. That's a really good way to practice. So, step 5 is to accept it. That switch doesn't switch off. It's there, and it's there for a reason, and it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Yes, it can make life a little bit uncomfortable at times, or a lot uncomfortable. I've been through those phases where I'm around people who aren't very good for me, and because I didn't back up my own instincts, my own feelings. I remained for too long and ended up emotionally and energetically a bit trashed. So yeah, it's been a big lesson for me, because a lot of sensitives don't like hurting other people or disappointing them, because they feel that too. So they don't just feel their own feelings, they feel other people's too. So it makes it quite tricky sometimes to set boundaries, but boundaries are vital. So yeah, that's the next step, is boundaries for yourself, what you will accept and what you won't accept into your life, what sort of energy you want to be around, what sort of environment you want to be in. You need to have somewhere where you can take some space for yourself, even if it's just a corner in your house where that's yours, where you've got some nice candle or some nice incense or something you enjoy having around, and you can just be by yourself. That is just so important. So yeah, do take time for yourself. Make sure that you get that. And yeah, set a boundary. Even if you have a family, even make a sign to hang on the door like motels have. Please do not disturb right now. They will get it eventually, So do take that time out and set some boundaries with people. You don't have to run around and make everybody better. That's actually a misconceived notion that a lot of empaths and sensitives are born with, and it's not not your job to do that. Yes, you can do that at chosen purposeful times with people who want that. I mean, I love working with people who really want to get their life on track. That is just a big buzz for me, but they want to, they choose to. I don't go up to people who don't want that and try and help them, because they need to choose to want to change their lives or turn things around or see a different perspective. That's up to them. So let other people deal with their own stuff and have trust that they will figure it out. I mean, we're all on our own journey here, and some people need to stub their toes a little bit before they learn that it hurts, and some people need to stub their toes a lot before they learn that it hurts. So yeah, discomfort is actually a powerful motivator for people. So, but yeah, try not to save people, let them save themselves, and when they want to, then empower them. That's really the gift of it, is to empower people to heal and do for themselves. So yeah, so being an empath or sensitive, whatever ray you come from, is a gift. It's a talent, it's an ability, and if we were raised as children to work with that and understand that, it would be so much easier. But we actually get brought up in the world where feelings aren't that openly expressed or discussed, and a lot of that stuff ends up internalized, which isn't that good. If children could say, "Hey mummy, I'm feeling sad feelings from that lady over there," and mummy understands and is open to that, then the child knows what they're dealing with. But if mummy doesn't know what that's all about, then the child kind of feels a bit weird and like that's not a normal thing. And we've all been through those experiences. So anyway, take care of yourselves. Don't take it all on board. It's not personal. If people act funny, it's their stuff, not yours. You don't need to take it on board, and you don't have to engage with everything around you. You can actually choose what you choose to engage in, and choose not to engage in things that aren't good or healthy. So yeah, anyway, lots of love, and I'll see you all in my next video.